traditional men, guys, like the men who buy flowers, the men who can build it, the men who want to pay for it, the men who give you unconditional love and spoil you. Do these men exist? I'm gonna manifest one.
2 days ago, I got arrested by my ex-boyfriend because I was banging on his window because he got mad about me sleeping with some other guy. Either way, he got me arrested. I was handcuffed, and I was so sad, and I was so mad, but I still banged on his window multiple times. The guy that handcuffed me, he was super cute, and I was like, hey.
This is fantastic. She cheated on this guy, right? Did him dirty. Then she went to his house, like banging on the door, and the guy called the cops. I love it. Wally, listen, honey, you're an intruder. First of all, you did him dirty and he's done, right? And secondly, you're an intruder at this point. Like, get off my property, right?
How does a man hide his thing when it gets hard in public? Like, do you smush it down? Do you think about something sad, like to make it not all excited? Like, what do you do? I don't know what they do, but I just feel so bad for you guys. I'm so sorry.
You got married and divorced in your 20s, but you didn't have a child? Girl, the wedding never happened. Wedding photos? AI. Fake. Legal documents? Forgery. Fraud. This is a witch hunt.
Or instead of pretending it never happened, you can look at it, see where you went wrong in that relationship, figure out what you can do better, figure out what qualities you need to find in another person. That way, ideally, if you decide to get married again, you can have a healthy relationship. But pretending it didn't happen not only hurts you, but it hurts the next person you end up in a relationship with. Just because you were in your 20s doesn't mean you moved on or fixed those behaviors that you originally had. Oftentimes, we repeat the same relationships over and over again until we develop enough self-awareness to see what we did wrong and fix the problem. So, I mean, unless you want to go through like 6 more marriages, I mean, that's if men even want to get married anymore, which they don't, so good luck with that. It's just weird how this logic is.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
So I'm back on the dating apps, and one of my prompts is, what if I told you that I like my men how I like my thongs? And everybody that's responding to it is like, I can't make the connection. I don't get it. You like them in skinny. Nobody's understanding. So I'm wondering, am I tripping, or was that, like, how would you take it? How would you answer? What would you interpret from?
All right, girls, I have one of my girlfriends, and we're trying to figure out what's the best way to ask if somebody's single. This guy, like, I know he's being respectful and what is the right word to use? Professional, that's it. And I don't want to be like very masculine and be like, hey, are you single? So what the do I do? Like, I don't know. He's coming back a 3rd time. I've never had that happen. She's asking ChatGPT because what the heck?
So do you go home and relax after all of this? Or is there somebody waiting with a list of house projects?
No, that's so lame. I can't. Guys, you need to help. Come on. We can't have ChatGPT over here telling us.
You cannot convince me that being a male-centered woman is not a form of imprisonment.
I have often found that trying to get someone to change their position on their opinion of which they're already convinced is nothing but an exercise in futility. After all, they would have to be open-minded enough to listen to opposing arguments on that particular subject.
Whenever I meet someone whose whole purpose seems to be being around men, being liked by men, securing a man, etc., I genuinely feel badly for them.
I have met very few individuals that would actually fit that description, but I'll tell you who I do feel sorry for. Those individuals that are so hyper-focused on their dislike of men that it becomes their entire personality.
It feels like meeting somebody who's in a cult, who's so deeply brainwashed, all you want to do is tell them how much better life is on the other side.
P.S. If a person has to use multiple hyperbolic statements in order to convince others of the validity of their argument, then they don't have much of an argument.
Fellas, she by herself.
And she really is fine.
Hold on, but here's the thing. All the fellas here, they with a girl. I don't know why single niggas don't come here.
Are there no single men in this room? Maybe you're here with your sister?
Single fellas, raise your hands.
Make some noise. Make some noise.
Hey, single men, stand up.
Single men, make some noise.
Single men, stand up.
He got 2 hands up.
Hey, all Anyway.
The type of man that you actually want is not just looking for beauty or chemistry. He is paying attention to how you handle yourself. Because in the same way that you want him to open up, he's watching to see if you can own your own reactions. In the same way you want emotional depth from him, he's craving peace from you. Not perfection, just a woman that is aware, who can pause, who doesn't let every single emotion turn into something he has to carry. You want a man that can lead, right? Well, then he needs to feel that he can lead without being challenged every single time he tries to step up. You want him to hold space for you, but he's hoping you won't turn your emotions into something he has to fix or absorb. Now, don't get me wrong. A good man is not scared of your feelings. He just gets worn down when everything turns into tension and nothing turns into growth. This is not about men versus women. It's about two people showing up with intention, taking responsibility, and actually playing their role well. And a lot of women don't have a man problem. They have a pattern. They haven't taken ownership yet.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I've got to talk about it, and that's just, it is what it is. I might be separating from my partner. I also have fallen in love with somebody else while being in love with my partner. However, that is not the reason that we might be separating. The reason that we might be separating is because I've discovered that I am polyamorous and my partner might not be.
For all you guys that are single right now, this is just proof that it could be worse. You could be married for years in this relationship where you both thought that you were fulfilled. You have children, you start a family, and then something like that just changes within her and she discovers something big like this. I don't know, I think that sounds like a nightmare to most men. Unfortunately, it sounds like this man wanted it to work out, so he found some in between to where it could be a casual kind of thing where they both do things casually with other people. She apparently discovers that she wants more with something that she started off as casual but now is much more than that. This is why, guys, I'm a strong believer that this sort of relationship dynamic does not work. And I understand for you guys, you might have a hard time understanding that because you view being intimate a little bit differently than women do. Women need that emotional connection and they make emotional connection when they're intimate. They can't handle this, but I'm also not for the whole one-sided thing where because men can handle it, it should be okay. That's not okay either in my book.
You know, I guess, you know, it'd be good to be clear about a lot of this stuff, right? I don't think it's necessarily all women that do this, but it is about your attitude, right? It is about your mindset. This pervasive mindset that I think has become way too common, right? Obviously, like I said, there are good women out there, solid women, but it's just the attitude that a lot of modern women carry. It's the entitlement, the lack of accountability, just thinking that you're the greatest of all time. That's the problem. And men are tired of running into this sort of attitude and entitlement. Oh, he's intimidated by me. No, he's intimidated by that attitude, by your energy, by the chaos that you're about to bring into his life.
Let's talk about this comment for a second, especially the last part. Straight man that doesn't need their life energy to survive. If a man doesn't need a woman's energy to survive, he's he had to specify that this is straight man. I don't agree with that. No straight man craves to live with his bro as a roommate. All go on dating apps looking for women. If they didn't want women, they would isolate themselves. Men want to be close with women. They want to be vulnerable with women. They want to love women. A man doesn't need that. He's gay. What are you talking about? I think you have it all confused. Are you gay?
You're making it seem like if a woman is overweight, there's nothing else that she can
no, that's not what I'm saying. What does your boyfriend do for a living?
He's in restaurant business.
I don't know what that means. He could be a waiter.
He's in the restaurant. He works with different restaurants and supplying inventory for them.
Okay. Does he make over 6 figures?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. What do I do for a living?
I don't know. To be honest with you.
I am a personal and corporate image consultant.
Okay.
You know what that means?
Yes, I know what that means.
That means I'm qualified to say the things I'm talking about.
No.
Oh, no. Come in here with that mess. I am qualified to say what I'm talking about. See, we were doing so good until you're going to sit back and say an image consultant can't talk about image. Now, if you want to have a conversation, we can. But you can't just decide to make up just because you don't like it. You can unmute yourself.
Oh, you weren't even letting me speak.
You're goddamn right, because you're not going to talk over me.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Well, yes, you were, man, because when I said I'm an image consultant, an image professional, that means I work with men's and women's image. I'm a professional. I get paid very well for what I do. It's not an opinion, it's a professional fact. Science, data, facts, statistics to prove it. I get brought in to teach soft skills nationwide. You got an opinion. Our two things are not the same.
Okay, in the same way that I don't think my future husband is at a club, I now don't think he's on a dating app. I don't know what it is, but in my brain, I don't want to be standing up at that altar and being like, yeah, the second I saw his profile, I just knew. No. And before all these people come on here, they're like, well, I met my future husband on a dating app. Listen, I've been in long-term relationships with 2 men that I met on a dating app that looked at rings, that were gonna go buy me a ring, and then woke up one morning and said, never mind. I want to find my future husband yearning for me at a coffee shop. I'm a romance. I'm a romantic. Like, I want to find him at a bookstore because we're buying the same book, at an art museum because we're looking at the freaking same piece of art. You know what I'm saying?
That's the sad part about pretty privilege that nobody talks about. Yes, when you have pretty privilege, you do get out of tickets, you do get different opportunities, you do get better jobs, you do get the chance to sleep your way up the ladder. There are so many different things that you could do. But the truth is, you don't really know yourself outside of being pretty. And that is a terrible place to be.
So what would you tell a woman that doesn't want to be a victim of pretty privilege?
She's always going to be subjected to pretty privilege.
What I'm saying is, like,
her character is what needs to be strong. And look, I take advantage sometimes of pretty privilege. I'm not going to sit here and act like I haven't gotten certain experiences or opportunities because my face is symmetrical. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to tell the truth. And the truth is that there are opportunities that I've had. There are rooms that I've gotten to be inside of. And then it is my character, my work ethic, my morals, my values that keep me around where people see value in who I am and how I am.
Right.
It's the level that I'm a vault. Whatever I don't know nothing, I ain't seen nothing, I ain't saying nothing. I'm not out here telling everybody everything. I'm not out here trying to get people to know how dope I am because of who knows
The conversation is over. I forgot.
What'd you say? I forgot, huh? Yeah, what happened? Was I there when that happened? I do not know nothing, I ain't seen nothing, I ain't saying anything. And so because of that, I bring value outside of just an aesthetic. You got to bring value outside of the aesthetic. That's how you get around it.
The question is, how do you bring value outside of the aesthetic?
Number 1, keep your mouth closed. Stop being such a gossiper. Number 2, be assertive, not aggressive. Number 3, first and foremost, know who you are. What are you after? What value do you bring to the table? Are you the person that is seeking the need? Are you helpful? Are you mindful? Are you compassionate? Are you nurturing? Are you loving? Do you have a motherly type of vibe to you? There are so many different things that there are to bring to the table, but ultimately it really depends on the rooms or the people that you're trying to get around in order for you to really figure out what works best for you.
As a matchmaker, I'm always looking for opportunities for my single clients to meet other singles in a natural environment. Today, I'm looking out for my single ladies who like the contractor type.
Excuse me, can you tell me the good-looking guys? I hang out here at Home Depot. Primarily, they're in lumber. We meet men in Home Depot.
In the lumber aisle.
Here I am in the lumber aisle. Don't see much happening right now, so I decided to take a walk around. Oh, there's a guy. He'd be good for someone. And sometimes you gotta be a little inconspicuous about these things, especially when you're hunting for men. Oh, there's a cute one, ladies. So I made my way back over, and again, not much happening. There wasn't really anyone here that I would set my clients up with.
When's the best time to come check out men here at Home Depot?
Mornings, Monday to Friday.
There you go. If you luck out, try again. Monday to Friday, lumber aisle, Home Depot.
This message is for the men. A lot of you are not actually ugly. You guys just lack a shit ton of confidence. Let me explain. A lot of you are so hyper-focused on whether or not she likes you, whether or not she's interested in you, whether or not she's gonna sleep with you. putting all the puzzle pieces to get women to sleep with you. You have to understand that the way that you get a woman to sleep with you is to have confidence in yourself. Do you know what confidence looks like? It means, hey, if she sleeps with me, cool. If she doesn't, cool. It means that you're laid back enough to just be yourself, and that kind of confidence is actually what's gonna get you laid. And another reason y'all are it up with women is because you're not confident in engaging with women. And I don't mean, sexual harassment allegations. I mean that feeling rejected. Y'all will not take rejection lightly. A confident man can say to himself, hey, if she rejects me, cool, at least I tried. I'll get the next one tomorrow because I'm a confident man and I can get whoever the I want. It doesn't matter how one person feels about me. A lot of y'all let one woman reject you and let it dictate everything that you feel about yourself. And then you're in this spiral and this low self-esteem. Hello, one woman, even two women, maybe even 5 women do not get to dictate your worth. And this one should be common sense, but a man with confidence doesn't backtrack in the that he says. So if he says, I want to take you out on a date on Friday night, and she takes too long to respond, or she doesn't necessarily seem interested, he doesn't start backpedaling. He's not sitting there twiddling his thumbs talking about, oh, I'm sorry if I'm too pushy. Oh, I'm sorry if that came out wrong. No. He's confident in what he says. He says, I'm taking you out on Friday night at 5 o'clock. Be ready with a dress. And if she says yes, you go for it. If she says no, you move on to the next. You don't have this pity party where you're backtracking in what you're saying. Because if you backtrack in the dating stages of a relationship, then she is not going to trust you to lead and be a provider later on. The same way that you want a woman who is going to show motherly qualities for your children, she is looking for a man who can provide leadership. Another way to be a confident man is figuring out that the person or the woman that you choose doesn't need a knight to save her. He doesn't have this superiority complex where he feels like he has to save a woman. He actually trusts her to be responsible and make her own choices without being insecure. And let me be blunt. Confident men don't need to be whiny little Confident men let their women make their own choices. They let them lead in their own way. They are not control freaks. And some of y'all are trying to control the narrative so much because you don't have confidence. The only way to get your confidence up is to let people be who they are and let them show you exactly what they care about. But also having the power to walk away when she shows you the first sign of disrespect. Stop being a pushover and giving her chance after chance after chance, because if she's doing it in the beginning, it's not going to change later on. All you do is put yourself in a position to be a doormat. And lastly, the secret to being a confident man is understanding that not everybody is going to like you, and you're not desperate for everyone around to like you, because guess what? A friend to all is a friend to none, and a man that is confident doesn't need everybody to like him. Okay, bye.
It seems as though modern women make their living being on the wrong side of dating, right? So we just, a lot of times, modern women just want to be contrarians in a relationship. They're just arguing to be arguing. And then what you'll see them do is they'll upload it online and start kikiing with their friends. Oh, never give a man peace. And really, honestly and truly, it'd be funny if it was an actual joke. Modern women aren't joking. They don't want your life to be peaceful. Honestly, it don't really matter about you. They would be doing it with anybody. They just want a little drama. They just want a little chaos. They need something to talk to the girls about when they go to brunch. They need something to text the group with, to call the group with. That's really it. That's just it. And you just happen to be the subject. When y'all break up, she gonna be talking about she's going to therapy, and she's gonna move on to another one, and she's gonna keep on doing the same thing.
I know why. Every Valentine's Day, Lips has got a million events. So I'm usually here watching either people in love or watching people look for love. Like on Valentine's Day, we had a speed dating event here. And
how are those usually?
It's just always nothing but women. I don't know where the fellas be at.
Single women out there. Yo.
Yeah, like
it's because all that Beyonce brothers is going back. Yeah, I don't know if the brothers.
I'm like, it was to the point where they had to keep like everyone was looking for the guys. I was in here like,
that's a fact.
I don't know where the guys at. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know if it's something about speed dating where guys are nervous, scared. I don't know if they want to meet them in a less more like, you know, organized sense, you know, I don't know, but every time we have a speed dating event, there's no one there, and it was Valentine's Day.
Yo, can I say something real quick? All you dudes will be like, yo, G, how come you don't call me for the events with the chicks here? We had a whole speed date. I posted it, everything. Nobody shows up.
Being single for a woman is a choice because there's no such thing as she can't get a man, because men, no offense, are the easiest things to get. It's finding the right man that matters. It's difficult to find a man who's been through it all, who's been humbled, who really has no ego, and he is grounded and aligned with his values and standards, and he's emotionally regulated and has emotional depth and intelligence, and he can hold space for his woman when she becomes emotional because he doesn't take it personally, and he loves himself enough to love her the same by believing in her and cultivating her dreams and supporting her in any way that he can. And he can lead. He knows the art of leadership. He can create emotional safety for her, which is one of the most important things that women crave and need. And he is humble enough to be able to attach himself to something greater, like God, because he knows he needs a savior. And so this man is rare. And you notice I didn't say anything about money.
The real reason a man is not pursuing you is a lot more simple than you think. And even if you don't want to hear it, this is important. I was chatting with a friend of mine this morning, and she said this guy had been pursuing her for like a year. She had kind of held him at bay. She didn't know this guy had a bit of a reputation with women. But after a year of her getting to know him even more, she decided to give the guy a chance. Within a month, he pulls away. Why do men stop pursuing?
There's about a lot of different reasons. I'm going to say 3, but in that particular case, it's because the chase was over. The idea of her was more fun than the reality of her, but chasing her was the part that he liked. Actually having her was different. Whereas the second one would be the dream girl wound. I fall in love or I fall for the idea of you, but the reality of you is not something that I'm interested in pursuing or getting to know. And then of course, the third one is he simply isn't interested.
And when a man stops to pursue, do you try to get him back or do you drop him cold turkey?
I don't think that it's a woman's job to try to get a man to do anything. If he pulls away, then that's on him and she keeps moving forward. I'm a huge fan of women being the lighthouse, not a laser beam. And a laser beam is so hyper-focused in one direction that she can't see that there's so many other amazing things and people available to her. Her job is to stay open. Her job is to accept whatever it is, even if it's painful. It's okay to be in pain over this, but you keep moving because the right man will continue to pursue you and make it known that he wants you.
Another thing that you see is a lot of these women out here will date a man for his potential, right? A lot of these modern women are going to start dating Chad and Tyrone, or a man that's, he might have, oh, he's got money, so he must be this, he must be that. So he's got the potential to do this, or he's got the potential to do that, right? And then they'll start to catch an attitude when the actual person shows up. So the actual dude that was, I won't even say love bombing you. A lot of times these guys are showing you exactly who they are. So when that person actually, I shouldn't even say when he actually shows up, because he's been showing up. When you decide to take off the rose-colored glasses, because, you know, you've been sipping mimosas and you've been going to brunch and you've been enjoying yourself this whole entire time. When you decide to say, oh, shoot, this guy is actually a jerk. Hey, I don't like the way he embarrassed me in front of my friends. He's been talking to you like that this whole entire time. But it's just because you was at the house that you didn't care. Or it's because you was able to go to Starbucks every day that you didn't care. Or you was able to go on shopping sprees every other day that you didn't care. But this man's been talking to you like this. He been treating you like this. And guess who's been telling you that? Your homeboy. He been telling you. The guy that you put in the friend zone, he been telling you, hey, this man don't he don't respect you, man. He don't really like you like that. I mean, you look cute and you got a nice body. I'm telling you, he don't like you like that. I can tell you right now, I'll give you 3 months. You're gonna get tired of that. Oh no, he's a grill man, this and that. Brothers be trying to tell them, cousins be trying, uncle, hey baby girl, I'm telling you right now, listen to Unc. You're not gonna like him. Hey, he gonna do you wrong. Hey, why don't you, what's old boy's name? Your friend, the guy that be coming over all the time. What's his name? Oh, Roderick? Yeah, Roderick. He seemed like a nice, upstanding guy. I see him around the time. Oh, he come talk to me sometime. Oh, no, we just friends. Okay? You gotta learn the hard way.
Stop! Y'all gotta check this out.
What happened to men pursuing girls? When was the pivotal moment that a man chose to not go after a girl anymore or put in any effort?
When women decided they were too independent to need a man.
It seems like guys can just put the bare minimum and not even really put in effort anymore. They don't really care to. Or they're like, why don't girls just go and make the first move and make the effort? When did it become a thing? Now it's like role reversal where they expect girls to be making the first moves, yearning for a guy and chasing him.
After they've been rejected so many times, but not being able to pay for somebody's life.
That is, I feel like, the downfall of why it's so hard to meet someone, because men don't put in effort anymore, don't care to put in effort. And a relationship won't work unless the guy likes the girl just a tiny little bit more. He has to like her just the tiniest bit more for it to work in the long haul.
But shouldn't they like each other a lot?
So it would make sense if a guy really wanted to get to know you, that he would go leaps and bounds to get to know you. And when did that shift? Because back in my mom's era, if a guy wanted to take you out on a date, he had to go up to you, he had to get your number, he had to go through lengths to try to talk to you, even if you weren't interested at first.
But if a guy does that today, he will be called a creep, a perv, or maybe even put in jail.
How my parents met? They met at a bar, and my dad asked for my mom to dance. My mom was like, get out of here. She wanted nothing to do with him. If he had just left and listened to her, they would have never gotten married. They would have never had kids. But he was persistent. He wanted to take her on a date so badly. He was like, what do I have to do to take you out on a date? She was working late their first date, so he went to her work, picked her up, prepped a dinner, took her to a park, just planned the whole thing. He wrote her poetry. He was yearning.
Today's women don't want that. They want what they see on the internet. Fake ass relationship goals and materialistic stuff.
Hi guys. 9 times out of 10, the things that are often overlooked are exactly where your attention should be. We're in a social media world, a world where everything is visual, but the funny thing is a lot of women are still so blind. They see the dollar signs, the status, the lifestyle, all of which are attached to a man that's not worth her time, but that's exactly who gets all of it. See, what you don't understand is the same man that you look down on because he was working a 9-to-5, regular guy, out every day grinding to make it, is the same man who would have treated you right, but you overlook the person you should have seen. And that's the case with so many women. A person will show you who they truly are when you have nothing to offer them. When you have little to no benefit to offer is when you will see what a person is truly about and where your relationship stands. A lot of women neglect the beauty of dating a struggling man, but that's where the foundation of trust is built. The loyalty, the commitment, because he's not trying to win you over with any money because he doesn't have it. He's going to win you over with effort, consistency, and that comes with respect. See, you only value and respect something that you had to work hard to get. He understands the sweat, the long days, the living paycheck to paycheck, the goal setting, working overtime just to take you somewhere nice, etc. That's where 90% of the time the guy with wealth falls short. He has no respect for you. He didn't put in any effort with you. He didn't have to work to build a foundation with you. He simply bought you. To him, you're just another prize on the shelf, something to pull out when he wants to play with it and throw back when he's done. That's what most wealthy men do. They buy things because they can, not because they need it. Sometimes not even because they want it, just because they can. They're more intrigued with the fact that they can buy you instead of actually being intrigued with you. To him, you come at a monetary cost, and he can buy 1,000 more of you because you come a dime a dozen. You're nothing special. But with the struggling man, your love was bought with authenticity and genuineness that was built on solid ground, and that's the beauty within the struggle. So until the next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
I don't really get approached.
What?
You tell me. I don't know. I do not know. And the DMs and all that, I'm like, really? I'm like, no, but I really don't. Maybe I need to get out a little bit more, maybe different places, but I don't have anybody say, oh girl, I got this friend that I want you to meet, or this guy say, I got a friend, he's cool, he's single, good looking, tall. Yeah.
Really? So all right, so I have a lot of questions to ask you. Mm-hmm. So you say you're single, right? 55. Mm-hmm. You're single and you want to meet.
Come across, I would like to meet a nice man.
Yes. Honest.
Fairness.
What is honesty?
You can be honest about where you're going, but you got to be transparent who you with.
So
I told you I was going, but you didn't say who you was going to be there with.
Gotcha. So you want to be honest and transparent?
Yeah, because if I wanted, I would want, vice versa.
Honest and transparent. So basically you're saying you want me to give you information that you didn't ask for. That's transparency.
Yeah, I mean, if we were in a relationship. Okay. And there's some places that you want to go, or you're doing this particular thing or whatever, and there are going to be women. But if you say, I'm going to go hang out with some friends.
Yeah.
We're going to have some drinks.
Yes.
Well, honey, I'm going here, and I'll be home a little later. Okay. And then so-and-so see you out.
Right.
You wasn't very clear about what type of friend that you was with, because if we're together, you don't want to give other people a different look on you that would come back to me that don't look right.
True. In that situation. So, does it matter, whatever the friend or the people that, because the people don't know what's going on between us. So does that matter?
This is like, I think if we're on the same page and that I truly can trust you, mm-hmm. and you can truly trust me, then I don't think it would bother me, but I just still would like to know. I mean, it's just being open.
I got a question for the fellas, because I'm trying to understand the dynamic now and how all this got misconstrued. Why is it that men nowadays, when it comes to dating, they don't believe in pursuing a woman, aka chasing a woman? What is the big issue with a man pursuing a woman? I don't just mean you making the first move. I mean like you actively pursuing this woman, calling her, texting her, planning dates. Why is it now we're in this day and age where men are like, oh, you can call me, oh, I was waiting on you to call me,
Well, the answer to that question is very simple. It's because modern day women do not reward that type of behavior. They reward the behavior of the dickheads. I mean, it's never ever been more clear, especially in 2026. Like, we're actually in a time now where genuinely, to get a girl to actually like you, you have to like kind of like pull back, like you use the pullback method. Like, you actually have to like show no interest low key. It's crazy. It's very contradictory. You know, your grandfather would probably look at you crazy if you said this, but it actually works nowadays. It's crazy how that works. But on top of all of that, right, it's almost as if modern women nowadays, they want you to beg for a date that you're going to end up paying for. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they want you to beg them to be on that date. It's almost as if your time, energy, and money is almost worthless. Like, you taking time out of your day, your busy schedule, because let's be honest, to put yourself in that position to even talk to her where she noticed you, you had to put in time and effort. And then for me to beg you to go on the date that I'm going to end up paying for, yeah, that's a mad thing still. And she mentioned this in the video as well, the second point, right? Why are we not calling, texting, pursuing actively? Many women think that they're just too cool for the game, right? They just behave as if they're uninterested. They respond dry, they don't ask any questions, and once a man that he's not gonna chase anymore. Also, let's not forget that there were a plethora of women that chose the bear over the man. I'm just saying, I'm just gonna slip that one in there right quick, right? A lot of y'all chose the bear over the man. So why would we pursue something or someone that doesn't even value us, who would choose a bear, who is a wild animal, by the way, over a man who would probably, you know, take care of that female a majority of the time? And the fourth point I wanted to make is that, you know, a lot of women today are liabilities. They're not assets. Debt, Drama, stinky attitude, no peace, no skills for an actual relationship or a partnership, but they still expect men to treat them like a blessing. It doesn't work that way. Most men are not begging for an extra bill. We already have those in life. Ultimately, many men have just realized that, it's an ultimate waste of time. Truly.
And you sit up here and listen to these modern women talk about this and talk about that. Oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I'm flying here, I'm flying there. And while modern women continue to talk about all of this other stuff, men are building. When you continue to talk about what you're doing and where you're going and who's flying you out, men are stacking money. Men are working on themselves. Men are getting into shape. Men are buckling down. Men are focusing. A lot of men have started doing everything they were told to do and more. By what? The manosphere. Hey, man, get your body in shape. Do this, do that. Go here, go there. Make friends over here. Get connected with a group over there. I'm going to say something. Now, personally, I thought, to be honest, the whole fresh and fit yacht party thing was kind of lame, right? Especially bringing on women that you don't want to marry them. But I think it was an attempt to do something for the guys. Hey, man, thank you for support. Let's see who the real supporters is. It was an attempt at a meetup, right? And, you have some girls. These guys don't want these women. These guys don't need these women. Lead them out of there. That's what I would say. You don't need them. They don't want anything but money and subscriptions. Have a party or something like that. Hey, man, we're going to sit down for dinner or something like that. Y'all go out, just chill out on the town if you want to do something like that. But don't bring these women into it. But I do understand. Maybe it was an attempt, to kind of have the guys come out and say, hey, man, come out to Miami. See what we got going on. I can't even remember if it was a mentorship or not or whatever. Not a mentorship, but maybe they had contributed so much to the show or whatever and whatnot. I don't know. But there's a lot of men that are starting to do stuff like that. Hey, man, let's not get on a flight, not right now because government and all of the flights and stuff. Hey, man, let's go on a flight and go to another country. Hey, man, we might have to go to another country. Man, let's take a road trip, brother. Take a road trip going down here, man, see what they got going on in another state. Men have started doing that without women, and women are upset about that. Oh, man, they leaving us out. Y'all want to be involved in everything a man got going on. And a man saying, no, I don't want you to be involved. Leave me alone.